Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to another exciting round of One Piece. We're playing Jewelry Bonney. Our opponent chose to go first. Let's put this on the even curve. This is a pretty good hand for even. We have a lot of good stuff here. We're gonna keep, I think. Okay, so they're going first. They didn't have anything to play. We're going to play this, of course. We take the only option we have in the deck. This is always got to go up. They have a fair amount of big bodies. I actually want my big bodies over my 2Ks. Okay, we've got Double Law and a Hody. Play as much as you want. You're probably going to want to kill this. My opponents lately have been wanting to let that live, but I don't know about that. Yeah, you got it. 8K into there. Let's see. Activate main, you may rest this character and add one card from the top or bottom of your life cards to your hand. Up to one of your leaders gains plus 3,000 power during this turn. Okay, so this is just to keep them from being starved. It's an interesting play. They're gonna get in no matter what I do, but I want them to use this because I'm gonna just kill it next turn. Deploy. Cavendish is pretty darn good. We're going to take that. I would have rather had a carrot, but the problem is they've got a lot of removal in this deck. Like a lot. They want to play Bonney. Or not Bonney, Nami. To KO my characters. By the way, we are playing against Jewelry Bonney from OP13, in case you guys are wondering. Once per turn, this effect can be activated when you play a character with a trigger. Give up to 2 rested on cards to your leader or one of your characters. They want to burn our life, and they want to burn it a lot. I've not seen this. You may turn one card from the top of your life cards face up, set one of your egghead type characters as active. Okay. Use... I'm going to be at 6 next turn. I don't have a carrot or anything. We're going to put that down. No, we're not going to do that. No, we're okay with taking a life. There's no reason to give them cards. We're going to kill this next turn with this, probably. And then we will use our ability to make a larger board faster. And then we will deploy this before we attack to bounce this, because we don't want any KO triggers taking it out. Ooh, I didn't have enough there. 6, 7... I should have swung. What do you do? I missed the effect, which really sucks, because now my Dawn's not up. Ouch! We're misplaying, ladies and gentlemen. I haven't played this in a while. What a poor showing for us. It's okay. We did get 2 bodies on board. They just play a Stussy. Oh, they get a Nami, too. Yep, there goes our guy. Means I have to deal with a 7 and a 6. Do I want to give them a 2 and a 1? And a 2? Surely not. Don't even bother. That's a weird play. I would have at least attacked. Okay, okay. Now what do we do? 7K blocker is going to be annoying. So this plays for 3, so it'll restand 2. So that puts us at 5. That gives us this. Yeah. So Cavendish and this. So we're just going to attack this in. See if they want to free block that. Force my blocker in. They take it. I wouldn't have expected them to take it. That's fine, I guess. Okay. Alright, Gavin, you go. What do we want to get rid of? Probably this. We don't have a ton. Yeah, we definitely get rid of that. We don't need extras. Not seeing any of our top end right now is getting kind of scary, though. We need top end and fast. We're going to put that down. This is played last turn, so I have to deal with a 6. Yeah, free block. If they want to go 6 into here, I don't care. Yeah, I'm fine with giving you 1Ks, dude. Do I want to give him a 2 and a 1 for that? Probably. That's not even like that bad a cost. We'll go 2 and 1. Cool. Still not seeing our top end here. Okay. Go down to 5 cards in hand. We are pretty healthy, though. If I go 7, I can restand 2. That'll be 5. I could play another one of these. That's probably good enough, just so that we could be aggressive. Or do we just want to go full aggro? Full aggro seems better to me. I want to go aggressive. Since this is the only real free attack I get, we're going to go here. Give me 1 of them cards. They say nope. We're going to go there. We're going to just restand some Dawn. Give me a 2K. I'm going to attack with this, too. The reason I was debating going after these is because this is... I don't want to lose the little attacks here, but they say, oh, no. Oh, no. Our opponent quits. Full aggro was enough to just make them straight up quit. They had counted. They had a 2K. They could have given it to me. Wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. They leave. They run and hide. I even messed up early, and we were still in like a very commanding position. We were just going to run over their board this turn. Yeah, because we were just going to go another... Probably another 8 into 6 if they kept this, and then a 9 into one of these, which would have cleared 2 of their guys, left us with a Dawn and a blocker. They'd have been in really bad shape at that point. You had to know that I was going to start attacking you at some point. Why freak out about it? Well, them's the breaks. Let me know what I did right, ladies and gentlemen. Let me know what I did wrong. Are we simply too powerful? Why can't they seem to stop Green Jewelry Bonney? Maybe it is the best leader, but we're going to trial and error through a bunch of the female leaders because we want to prepare ourselves for the trials to come. Let me know what you guys think. See you in the next one. Alright, welcome ladies and gentlemen to another exciting game of One Piece. Is this hand good enough to keep? It's not bad, actually. Double Searcher is kind of worth taking. They chose to go second, which means we're first, so we'll play this. Yeah, that's probably good. Yeah, we'll keep it. Deploy that and pass. We're practicing for the Heroine's Cup today, and we are playing Jewelry Bonney from OP07. When an opponent attacks, we can rest 1 Dawn, rest a leader, or one of their characters. Okay, they chose not to develop anything, so we're going to, of course, start doing this. Well, the only choice is the Law. We take that every time. That's usually a best order for that. We'll return that. Can attack in. Let's do a nice 5. They should give me just 1 card, or they could just take it for absolutely nothing. I'm going to develop a second one, though. Blockers are pretty useful against old Yamato, but So I don't have a good 2k to give him next turn, so I'm likely to lose 2 of my life. I'm going to take, I think, the blocker on the bank, that there might be one of these in my life, because I see 2 of these here. Okay. Now, if they choose to let me keep the double Bonnies, they're actually going to be in a lot of trouble, because that's way too much card advantage. Okay, so it acted as a blocker, which is good for me. They choose to spend their whole turn just getting rid of them. That makes me pretty happy. We're going to deploy this because this isn't worth putting down the Perona. We're just going to keep the engine going, I think. Five in again. I'm going to have no Dawn left because I'm going to keep 1 up so that when they attack this... Oh, we're going to get another one. Do I want a 2K? I have a lot of 5s. I want a 2K. Also, what I want is this, but I can't have it. Yeah, we'll take that. I haven't seen enough 2Ks. So all 4 of these are at the bottom of the deck now. We'll say go. Okay, they go 5 in. And of course, we will use our card action. Put that down. And we'll say no, no, and no. Okay, so we got out of their leader swing. Got out of their dude. They put it into life, which is nice for them. Okay, we can go 2, go back to 5. Attack in 5 and put 1 back up. That's probably fine. Shouldn't take that. You should have free blocked, seeing it was my only real attack, but that's fine. Alright, we will deploy this. Restand 2 Donna. We're only up to 4. Oh, that's a bit of an oopsie. I don't know why I thought I roosted 3. Been playing too much red-green Luffy lately, I think. They don't have any removal, so we'll just pass. Oh, they got another one. Okay, here's where they... Ooh, they got the banish swing. We'll go use. We'll put that down. No blocker. All right. 9. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go up to 9. No, you can't double banish swing on me. Here. What do I want to do here? I don't actually have a great way to go here, do I? Because I could law bounce that, play this or this, and it doesn't do me a ton of good, but it does get me some attackers on board. Okay, that'll be 6, so that leaves me with 3, so we'll go 7, I guess. They will take, because they've shown that they're not anywhere interested in, that's not what I meant to play, but I guess that's fine. What would we like to trash? This isn't going to get a lot of value. Restand 1 and pass. Okay. They don't have anything on board anyways. Okay. Give them the card they know about, just so that we don't cause any confusion. Is it worth playing the Doflamingos here? Probably, because I'm okay with them taking 1 life. I don't want them to take a second one. This isn't going to be a blocker for a really long time, so there's just no point. Okay, well, they They took that hit. I really don't want to play Doflamingo now, just to lock down their one guy. So I'm going to choose not to. Okay, we'll take this. Yeah, it's probably just fine to go back just like that. Okay, we lose 3 down, go to 5. Yeah, that's fine. We might actually have to use this ability, but that's kind of fine. Is it, though? Do I want to do one? That's probably good enough. Sure, we can just go deploy, and we can just keep both of these. Say pass. You get your 2 attacks in, that's fine. I'd like to get out of the Yamato swing by giving the 2 2Ks. But now that I've got this online plus double Dofi, we're going to just leave them to rot for a while. I'm going to go exactly 9. Yeah, we'll use our card action. Let's put the Kuma down. Say that doesn't need to happen. No blocker. Resolve. Resolve. Cool. Alright, we got 2 triggers, which is good. Don't have to worry about either of those. Alright, that's not a big deal to me. Hodie's pretty interesting, though. How bad do I want to try and eat this board? Not that bad. Not yet. We're just going to start holding them down, I think. Why would you block this? Okay, sure. Should I attack with this? Yes, because I am not going to worry about these because I am going to Dofi them. Cool. That's going to be it for me. Now the question is, do they try and get aggressive with these? I don't think so, but maybe. Can I kill the Cavendish? That'd be the smart move. Yeah, it needs to die. Because I am going to probably still Dofi, even though... it's got another blocker. Yeah, you don't got a lot to do next turn, do you? What do we want to do here? He hasn't put any Dawn on this. I want to try and get aggressive with him? Probably. Because the Dofi's only okay, because it locks down these 2. Is that good enough? I mean, probably. Nah, I kind of like this. Just having another big body for another turn is fine. Six. 10. Do I care? Not really. Yeah, we just kind of want a dude. And we'll say pass. Okay, we've held them down for another turn. We are starting to heavily stack 2Ks now. They're on 1 life. They've got 2 blockers, but the Hodie's going to take care of that, and they just don't have any cards in hand. So I think we'd probably just win next turn. What do we want to say? We'll rest this and play, I don't know. kind of just willing to play this, right? Sure, we'll play this. Let's put down that. I could have put down a blocker, I guess. Wow, they play out a third blocker. Well, I think I still get through because I just have too many attacks. That's going down and that's going down. Guess what, buddy? Yeah, 7, 7, 5, 9, 10, 10. GG. They did have a Dead Man's Game. Oh, look, we had another Dofi in life. Man, look at all these 2Ks. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10K counter in hand. I like Alon Beppo. Yeah, they didn't have a chance on that one. Sorry, guy. You needed to heal again, and even then, you didn't have the gas. Getting your leader held down twice doesn't feel good either, so that's kind of on me. All right, let me know what you guys think. Is Jewelry Bonney good enough to run in the Heroines Cup? Could she take events for you guys? Let me know what you think. I'm going to keep grinding a bit, and we're going to really test into these guys. All right, catch you in the next one. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, here's the deck list. Jewelry Bonney from OPO 7, 5,000 attack. When your opponent attacks, once per turn, you may rest 1 Dawn, rest up to one of your opponent's leaders or characters. Very basic ability, but it is very versatile. We like it a lot. All right, we're running 4 Scratchman of Who, a 1-cost 1,000, 2,000 counter. On play, rest to one of your opponent's cost 2 or less characters. It's mostly just a 2K, but sometimes it's good for getting down chump blockers when you're trying to go for something. And then we've got the Jewelry Bonney Searcher. You can rest this character and 1 Dawn and search the top 5 for a Supernova. It's a 1-cost 1,000. It acts as a pseudo blocker. It eats up a lot of little attacks, especially if your opponent misses their Searcher early on. And then we've got Hidden Killer, which is a 2-cost 2,000, 1,000 counter. Look at the top 5, find the Supernovas, and on your opponent's attack, you can trash this character and set one of our Dawn cards is active. It's good to have these in the mid-game if you really need to, if you don't have a way to restand Dawn, so you can establish your 10,000 cost buys and keep your leader ability online. Then we've got Tashigi, which is a 3-cost 4,000 attack 2K counter. If you have a green character other than Tashigi that would be removed from the field by your opponent's effects, you may rest this character instead. Right now, it's really there to just stop Red Rock and Gravity Blade. That's it. That's what you need to stop all the time. And then, of course, we've got Cavendish, a 5-cost 6,000, 1,000 counter. On play and when attacking, if your leader is a Supernova type and you have no other Cavendish on field, you can activate 2 Dawn. It's a really good value card, but I will say it gets targeted really, really hard. Which is not the worst thing. You just got to kind of bank on them trying to remove it and plan out how much counter you have and how many blockers you're going to use and can you survive? Can it survive? So that's kind of the game plan every time it gets played. It gets eaten by every form of removal under the sun. Carrot is a 5-cost 6,000 attack 1K counter. On play and when attacking, up to one of your opponent's rested cost 7 or less characters do not become active in the next refresh phase. Very good defense. But again, it will get hard targeted. These 2 guys are just what they want to kill. And then we've got a 5-cost 6K, 1K Jewelry Bonney blocker. On play, if you have 8 or more rested cards, draw 2 cards and trash 1 card from your hand, then set up to one of your Dawn cards as active. It's really good. I usually play it and let it die almost immediately. It's good for filtering the deck for all our non-surgical top end. That's why it's there, and we do play it a lot. And then, of course, the new cards in Perona, 5-cost 6K counter. 5-cost 6,000 attack 1K counter. On play, up to one of your opponent's characters at the cost of 5 or less cannot be rested until the end of your opponent's next turn. Really good, actually, in the end game, surprisingly. It's good. It's okay mid-game to get some pressure off of you, but end game, it stops blockers and a lot of them, which is really nice. And it basically has the same effect as on KO. You can rest one of our cards, play up to 1 green character card with a cost of 5 or less from our hand, which means we can cheat itself out of the hand, which is nice. But it also gets all of that pesky top mid-end back out that everybody wants to eat, including blockers for filtering, carrot for stunning, and Cavendish for restanding Dawn. All very good. And then, of course, we've got a 5-cost, 5,000 attack, 2k counter in X-Drake. It is a Supernova's card, and so it is searchable. On play, if your leader has the Supernova type, rest up to one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 5 or less, then set up to one of your Dawn cards active at the end of the turn. Not bad. I almost never play it, but sometimes it's good enough to get a blocker down if you've got no other options. And then, of course, Trafficker Law. 6 cost, 6k attack, no counter. If you have 1 or less life cards, this card gains blocker. So most of the time, it is just an attacker. And that's another thing you should know about this deck, is a lot of the times, your blockers are attackers. You don't leave them sitting as blockers. It's a waste of your resources. You want them to get value by attacking your opponent a lot. If they choose to attack your rested blockers after they've attacked, that's fine. That means they did their job anyways. On play, you may return 1 character to your hand, which is almost always going to be the Jewelry Bonney or the Kitten Killer. Sometimes you want the Scratchman of Pooh back, or you can bounce back the Perona to lock down an extra 2 guys if you need to. And then next up is Hody Jones, a 7-cost, 8,000 attack, no counter, rush option in the deck. It's the only rush we got, and it is good enough. On play, rest up to a total of 2 of your opponent's characters and or Dawn, then put the top card of your life in your hand. So it burns ourselves for 1, but it does get Dawn down to prevent events. It puts blockers down. It's pretty versatile. But it is just a 2 of because it's not necessarily the win condition anymore. It used to be a 4 of, but we've kind of moved away from that. And then the 8-cost, 8,000 attack Mihawk blocker. On play, set up to 4 of your Dawn cards as active. Then you may not play a character with a original cost of 7 or more during this turn. Really good. It's a good attacker as well. It also free blocks a lot of the time, which is why we like it. And then, of course, we got our top end in a 9-cost, 11,000 attack, no counter, Shanks. On play, KO to one of your opponent's rested characters. Really, really good. We like Shanks a lot. But the better version is, of course, Don Quixote do Flamingo. 10 cost, 10,000 attack. On play, a total of up to 3 of your opponent's rested characters or leaders do not become active during your opponent's next refresh phase. So the idea is to just hold the whole board down. You want, by the time you get to your 10 Dawn turns, you want a way to get Dawn back with something so that you can play your 10 cost and have your leader ability online. So either a Cavendish or a Kitten Killer. Either one's good. But you want to be able to get your Dawn back so you can slap these 10 costs down. And if they attack, you can get the other card down, and then you can have multiple of these in a row. The win conditions, if you can go 2 or 3 of these, there's just no way for them to recover. Because you established a 10,000 attack body, 3 of their guys didn't get to swing 2 turns in a row, and you got 2 10k bodies to follow that up with, along with your mid-game board. It's just how you win the game. And then, of course, 1 Law and Beppo, 10 cost, 11k attack, no counter. On play, rest up to one of your opponent's characters, and that character will not become active in your opponent's next refresh phase. Then if your opponent has 2 or more rested characters, your leader gains plus 2,000 power until the end of your opponent's next end phase. This is just a good searchable top end because it is the only one of our top end that is searchable. Sometimes we just need a big guy, and bumping our own leader up to 7 is really good as well. But it does run into that problem that if you're cornered, you don't have a way to get your Dawn back, so you need to find a way to kind of mitigate that risk, which is why it's just kind of a one-of. All right, there you guys go. There you guys go. There is Jewelry Bonney. Let me know what you guys think. Where does she fall in the Heroines Cup? Is she going to be the best of the best? Is she only okay? Let me know what you guys think. I'd love to hear what you have to say. But I think that's all I got for you. So if you do me a favor, like, comment, and subscribe, that would be awesome. But I think that's all I got. So, as always, good games and good luck.